Hey guys, you're watching Boondocking with Dennis. I'm at the channel up here at the end of Rockport Beach. Key Allegro's right over there. Haven't spotted any dolphins this morning yet. For those of you that are new to my channel, I've been boondocking in my F-150 XLT Ford with a Lear topper for 4 years, 1 month, 1 week, and 1 day, give or take a few hours. One of my main overnight free spots has been Walmart's. Walmart, particularly in Rockport, Texas, Portland, Texas. Even on the road, I've stayed at Walmart's, a lot of Walmart's in Cleburne, Marble Falls, and LaGrange, and a few other ones along the way, a few of the smaller towns. Some Walmarts allow overnight parking, some don't. I've stayed at a really big one in Amarillo. Never had any real trouble. I knew eventually I would. And I guess last night I had a little bit of trouble. It's the first time I've had to call the police. So, get to the story. Okay. I got to the Rockport Walmart. It was still light out, so maybe it was 5:30, and I saw another Nomad who was parked there that I've met a few times. Really nice guy, older gentleman, and talked to him for a minute. And I went over and started uploading videos and editing and answering comments. And then on my other device, I was running videos and playlists for friends of mine who also have channels. Well, somewhere around, I'm going to say it was around 7:30. It was after the automotive guys left. I was parked in automotive, if I didn't already say that. There were 2 cars parked in automotive right over by the doors, and one of them, I heard the alarm go off. I looked up, there was a guy by it. I didn't think anything of it. Car alarms go off all the time, especially at Walmart, usually when I'm trying to sleep. But I heard some banging, and then the car alarm went off again. And this happened 3 or 4 times, and I was just parked about 40 yards away. I honestly didn't think anything of it. It was under bright lights. Walmart has security cameras. Got a little plane overhead. Well, after this went on about 40 minutes, he started walking around the auto center at Walmart and trying to lift the garage doors. He went to the 3 on one side and then the other. So I'm just kind of looking, and then he walks directly towards my truck. And I always have I had my windows open about 2 inches on each side. I was still sitting in the front seat for a cross breeze, keys in the ignition, and I'm just like, oh, here comes Johnny Methhead to ask me for money. And he went up to my passenger side window and mumbled something. And I said, I can't hear you, bud. Well, he mumbled for a good 30 seconds. And I probably said 3 or 4 times, I don't understand you. And what I'm thinking he's doing is trying to get me to roll down the window more, which isn't going to happen. And I have protection in my vehicle. And I just, I don't want to fill out the paperwork, if you know what I mean. So I just started the truck and pulled away. And I'm 90% sure when I pulled away, he tried the handle on my back passenger door. So I went around the front and I saw someone walking at Walmart, and I said, hey, you got someone on the side there. trying to get in your garage and car alarms are going off. And the girl said she would let the manager know. I don't think anything came of it. Um, but I was concerned for the gentleman that I had mentioned that I had met. Um, he was parked there. So I went and kind of parked next to him. And this guy's back pounding on the car. And he's got I honestly don't know if it was a baseball bat or just a piece of wood, like a 2x4, that the angle I was looking at it looked like a baseball bat. But I'm just sitting there, and he makes a beeline directly for my truck. I'm like, oh, cool. And he comes up and starts yelling, where's his girlfriend? He knows I know where his girlfriend is. And I'm like, oh, we went from meth to fentanyl to batshit crazy. And at one point, he took whatever he had, the bat or the 2x4, and the whole time he's yelling, I'm looking at him like, okay, backpack, dark shirt, khaki, light colored shorts, sneakers, dark colored ball cap, and he hits kind of the truck bed part of my truck below the rear cab. So kind of sounded like that, actually. That's those guys up there working on the shore guard. There's a barge up there and a tugboat. It's been going on for a few weeks. So I dialed 911, let the dispatcher know what was going on. The police, or Rockport Police, young police officer, arrived pretty quick. And I had told the 911 operator which way this bag of douche went. And they drove by Walmart and kind of waved at me and then headed in the direction. And then there was two cop cars just going up and down the streets there. The problem with our Walmart is, and actually many Walmarts, it's right next to a wooded area, several wooded area where there's deer and everything, and someone could be 10 feet away. And unless you have a canine, you're not going to find them. And this wasn't exactly the crime of the century, so I didn't expect the police to get a canine unit or anything like that. So um, they did cruise around for a while and came back and talked to me. And the cop pointed out to me that there was a dent. And, my truck's got its little dings and all, but this is the first dent I have on it. So I'm going to have to look at that today and decide if I even want to do an insurance claim. I'm sure it doesn't meet my deductible, but I'll have to check into that and see. But needless to say, they didn't follow him and they didn't find him. And the cops were very professional. They asked me if I wanted to file a report, and I got the feeling that they didn't want me to. There's not a whole lot they can do, unless the guy's there and I can identify him. But it's a small town, and I'll probably see him again, and then I will call and press charges. So I went to. It is funny. I have protection in my truck, and I was actually very calm during all this, which I think is another thing that really pisses people off when they're acting like idiots and you're just calm about it. And I'm actually thinking, like, so if I do something to this guy, how much paperwork is involved on my end? I uh, I didn't go to sleep till about 1:30, 2:30. I think about 2:30 in the morning, probably because I was just revved up, and got up early, no problems overnight. Slept in the Walmart parking lot. I'm easy to find, and got up and did my laundry and all that kind of fun stuff, and um, had some coffee, and I'm gonna go about my day. Go get washed up and get some clean clothes on. But I just wanted to let you know that, in yesterday's video, I titled it something, is it safe for Americans to go to Mexico? How about this? Is it safe for Americans to go to America? Not always. Rockport is a great little town, a beautiful beach area, art, awesome restaurants, uh, museums. It's really nice. Rockport also has a serious drug problem and crime problem. And I look at the Aransas County Detention Center, which is right here in town. Uh, they list their inmates with the charges and their photos, and I just see the same people over and over and over again. And says some of them I know from previous lives. Some of them worked construction when I was in the office. Some of them were friends of the boys growing up, and there's just a lot of lost souls out there. So what I'm going to do today is do exactly what I always do. Hopefully find some cool things to film. I already dropped coffee off for Mitch, the veteran that has the bait stand here, D&M Bait. Check them out if you're coming to town and you need some bait. Mitch is a veteran, good guy. So I was finally able to get Mitch some coffee with the gift certificate that Hammer gave me. And so that's 2 cups of coffee off that gift certificate so far. Guys, be safe wherever you go. Be aware of what's going on around you. Be prepared to defend yourself if absolutely necessary. Or if you have time and just do feel like filling out the paperwork, it's okay. The police absolutely did not say this, but if I got the impression that if I had accidentally ran this guy over trying to get away from him, it's not a big deal. So there's a third form of defense right there. Thanks for sitting with me by the water today. No dolphins, no boats. The haze is burning off. Winds are about 14 miles an hour out of the south. 75 degrees at about 9 a.m. Everything gonna be all right this morning. Oh, yeah. Thanks for watching.